am I on? Oh, good. Hi, everybody. Leslie Bill Plazic here. Zazoo Plazz for my Sunday report in the snow from the Winter Wonderland of Connecticut. I bring you the Sunday Zazoo Plazz report for December 11th, 2022. Isn't this fun? Wait a minute, I gotta get my glasses on. I can't see what oh, that's better. They're gonna get all fogged up. I don't care. All right, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to do this before my lips get frozen. So I got my scarf. I got my swishy pants. I got my boots. I don't know if you can see here. I'm out here. I don't know. You can't see. I got my boots on. I can't even get my leg up all the way. There we go. Amazing flexibility. I'm out here at my light post, and the snow is, oh, it's so beautiful. I can see the snowflakes as they're coming down. I gotta show everybody this. This is, wow. I'm seeing them come down from the light. Oh, shoot. Oh, jeez. Oh, I don't know how this is going to work today, but no, I am not in a tropical climate. I am in a northern climate. Is that good? Okay. All right. It's so pretty. You can even see. You can see the little patterns in the snowflakes as they're coming down. Oh, man. This is so much fun. You know, my son said he's going to go out. We got a Christmas tree farm in our town here, South Windsor, Connecticut. And my youngest son's home. He's still got one exam next Friday, but he made my husband go pick him up at UConn and schlep all his stuff home because he's sick. So he said, just regular, I don't even know. I mean, he's just barely sick. It's not, that. But, I mean, he was so sick that he actually went and played bass guitar at a gig last night, and he's just sick enough to get Mom to bring him tea with honey, and complain about the food service and stuff like that. But sick of being in his dorm room, sick of his roommate, I guess. So, so he's home, but, he's old enough. He's pretty cool. The only thing is, you would think that I would be the one saying, turn it down. No, because he's got his earbuds in all the time. And because he just, he's got this vibe of, leave me alone. We've all got those auras, right? Do you ever, and most guys, most teenage guys, they got this aura, especially my son, the younger one, of leave me alone, and you want, and when he was a little guy, he was just very active, and, I don't know, occasionally I get a nice hug or something. He was an active little kid. The other one when he comes home, he's texting me. He's like, Mom, do you have that recipe for the wine sauce with the clams and the linguine? I said, which one? The red sauce, the shrimp one? It's like, no, the clam one. It's like, I'm making it later this week for dinner. I'm like, okay. So he's more, I mean, they're both like me, but the younger one, he's the kind of kid, you can't ask him to go and shovel the driveway. But all of a sudden, he'll just get up and do it, and then he'll take off, and he won't let you know where he's going. But, so I have to show you, my husband today, he's like, oh, the snow's coming. So he's out there raking the lawn. The snow's coming down. He's like, trying to get all the leaves. We have woods in the back of our house. So he just made it. You know, snow's coming down and he's out there raking, pulling up the stuff from the garden. I'm probably gonna get canceled for this or something, but this is an actual carrot from our garden. So this bad root vegetable has been growing since I planted the little tiny seeds in like late April. And look at this thing. It's a carrot. Oh God, we're talking about the stump of Jesse or whatever. This is the where's Bugs Bunny when you need him? Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Doc? Yeah. So anyway, this this figures in the Zazoo report today. This is comedy. Okay. So you know, this is harvest season. I mean, it's still fall. What is it? December 11th? Yeah, so we could still eat this. See, it's kind of okay, that's enough. Definitely gonna get banned after today. Yeah, so it's, we're pulling in all the stuff from the year, right? What did you plant in the spring that's being harvested now? It's karma, right? It's just karma. So that's what today is about. Third Sunday of Advent. Jeez. I always remember as a kid trying it, like there was like 3 purple Sundays and 1 pink Sunday. You know, they had different candles that they would light. I think one week was pink, and this is a purple week, so purple's a nice color. Purple, I thought I'd wear purple today. Purple's the color of royalty, right? Royalty, and it's red and blue together. So that's kind of a nice imagery. I'm gonna so the Lord sets captives free. I was thinking today. It all comes together. Even the giant carrot. Just be patient. See, that's patience and judgment, hardship and reward. All those things I'm going to talk about today. So like this is not like your mother's church. This is Zazoo Plazz. So yeah, the setting the scene that so there's that reading. The Lord sets captives free, right? And this week we had, that basketball player, she came home and with some other person got set free. We won't talk about that because we're not judging this. We're not judging. So just the idea. It's like, what do we want? We want freedom. Right? This is a very Sagittarius theme. Truth and freedom. All the centaurs behaving badly, galloping around. We're kind of coming to the end of Sagittarius, though, and Capricorn is like, it's like that mountain goat climbing up the mountain. It's not pretty. It's not, it's not sexy or anything, but it's you gotta get there. So. I was thinking the whole season of Advent, even if you're not Christian, you're not religious, it's not that. It's if you think about the season, that there's this feeling of waiting, of patience, it's hardship. The winter's coming, and so I think, what the readings, like I knew growing up in the church, that they seem to fit to me. Because, as a kid, you're waiting for Christmas, right? Or you're waiting for, I don't know, I can't speak for anybody else, but I grew up with Christmas. So, but, in other cultures, it's waiting for the winter solstice, right? And that is just nature. Um, there's there's light that comes through, right? At that end, you feel it. You feel that the end of the year has a magical feeling to it. It's a culmination as well as a beginning, right? There's there's a sense of adventure and uncertainty, and you kind of want to cut loose a little bit before you have to buckle down and so it's like Santa saying, who's been naughty, who's been nice, who's going to get the reward, right? When you're a kid, right, you try to be really good this time of year. So Santa will come and give you something good, right? So, so, so it's like, if you've been suffering, in the reading they talk about all kinds of suffering, um, you know, the blind, the deaf, the lame, the this, the that, and it can be figurative too. So, I mean, everybody has some cross we're bearing, right? Something, your car doesn't start, or you locked yourself out of the house, or you have somebody's sick in your family. It's whatever, okay, but in a way, that's a gift, um, waiting to be unwrapped, right? I know, stay with me here. It's like the giant carrot, right? You put the seeds in, you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe I'll have carrots, maybe I won't. But then you come up with a giant carrot, and you're like, okay, I'll just let it go and see what happens. Well, a lot of the time, life is like that. Life is, if you look at it like a game, like a game of chance, like Wordle. I love my Wordle. Oh, anyway, talk about hardship. Missing our Wordle. That's a hardship. For some of us, who need our routines. So, brings me to the song. Okay, so I'm winding around to the song for today. And it did pop up when I was running yesterday. And I said, oh, that's perfect. Because I went to the mall. Okay, I'll get to it. I said, oh, Escape Club. The name of it's Wild Wild West. And it came out November, let's see. It was, so today's 12/11. It came out 11/12, November 12th. November 12th, 1988. It was #1 in the U.S. Get this, they were a UK band, and it didn't even chart in the UK. It charted #1, certified gold in the U.S. So, okay, the 11/12/12/11 thing kind of said, okay, this is perfect. So, remember the video, right? If you're, with the little arms, the arms and the legs tapping with the high heels, it's creepy, right? All the arms, and the guys, pew, it was very cool. At the time, it was sort of psychedelic, right? It's they didn't have all the fancy video editing that they have now. So it was just, I'm like, how did they do that? I was like 23 when it came out. I'm like, that was such a cool time of year. Going through all of my MBA papers, from when I was in 1988. That was the fall. I bought my first piece of real estate right before the market tanked. I don't know how many people know that about me. I bought a condo a month before this came out. And of course, my life purpose is to make mistakes and tell people about them, so you feel better about yourself. So right when the market was the very highest, I bought my condo. And I was working and I was going to school part-time for my MBA. And I'm looking through all my old notes, from my MBA program. I'm like, how did I do all this? How was I still awake have to take this class at 7 o'clock at night. After I was, well, I didn't have kids back then. I wasn't married. I had all kinds of energy. But, you know, uh, yeah, I was modeling here and there on the side. I took a modeling course, and that's another story for another day. So I made a little money on the side doing that. It all kind of fits together with the mood of the times, you know. Say Ronnie's got a new. Anyway, you can look up the words. The words are very controversial, but keeping in mind that okay, these are the times into which I and my contemporaries, my peers came into adulthood. It's like, congratulations, you just graduated from college. Here you go. All right. So this silly little song was unfortunately the state of the world. Heading for the 90s. Living in the 80s, heading for the 90s, right? We all know what happened in the 90s. And then Prince was singing about 1999, right? We didn't know, you know? We weren't, on the one hand, maybe we weren't as easily shocked as some people. Maybe it got banned in the UK because they thought little kids would be watching and they'd get scared. For me in my 20s, it was more of a cool thing. I said, oh, it's like that Bible passage where they say that, all the body of Christ with all the members, they're all part of the body, but they're, all right. So 47 deadbeats living in the back street. Okay, 47 is a very good number. It adds up to 11, too. It's my birthday. But it's a master number. 47, you could northeast, west, south. That could be, the world. It could be the astrological chart, northeast, west, south. It's literally, I think what it means, the number 47 is, it's a number of appreciation, apparently, that you're, if you're on the spiritual path, that you're heading in the right direction. It's a good karma. It's like, way to go. I guess. Dance to a beat that you like best. Yeah, I think, learn what part you're playing in life and play it. It's all down to us. It's like, probably to these British guys, the U.S. stood for, it's always been a wild land of opportunity, the land of the pioneers, the Wild West, the people who took chances and risks and, went out in the snow and did videos and rode their covered wagons and their horses and, it's the opposite of this kind of, monarchy, sort of old tradition, and so are we now on the brink of sort of we're in the Wild West, only it's everybody, it's not just the U.S., it's a worldwide thing, right? And somebody's got to be first, like John the Baptist. He's like, and such are comedians over the years, I was watching Sebastian Maniscalco. He's hilarious. He has a new special out. And I like him because, he acknowledges the fact that, he's like the court jester for the king who says, wait, we've gone too far. This is kind of, but people go and listen to they call them heretics. That's me. Somebody who's voicing an opinion that is a bit different from, the mainstream, that everybody's afraid to say. Well, somebody's got to say it. Like John the Baptist, you wouldn't believe what's coming. Somebody way more important than me, and yet, somebody's got to do the hard work and go first. and be, maybe you get punished for it. Maybe you suffer a little for it. Maybe people make fun of you, or they ignore you. And, when you're trying to do your stuff and they're like, Mom, be quiet, you're so loud. When you laugh at your little comedy show that you're trying to watch while having your split pea soup in the dining room. Maybe they don't respect what you're trying to do. Maybe they throw you in prison like John the Baptist, But he's like, oh, he was curious. Is all this, paying off? But he wants to know if, is all this that I've been doing, is it for any good? Is this Jesus? Is he, is he what he's, what I said he was? Because, I got a pretty good feeling about this guy when I was in the womb. So, on a certain level, it's the outsider, right? It's the guys that come in from the UK and project to us what they see, our culture. All right? So it's the same way with what's happening now. It's kind of like there are those outliers, those people who are, still a little not, most people don't know about them. People like me going, all right, I want to entertain you, and at the same time, maybe you'll learn something. Because, stuff comes through when you're a creative type. And it's not even until later that you understand that it's more than just a catchy tune or a funny video. There's something to it. It's only in retrospect that you see the big picture, right? So, that, the idea of the outlaw, right? Oh, escape club. That's interesting. So I went to the mall last night. I hadn't been to the mall. Apparently my Google, reporter thing said, my map thing says, oh, that's pretty sad when they show you like the little red dots of where you've been in the past 2 years. And it's like, oh, there's a little dot in Arizona, a couple little dots in Rhode Island, and all these dots in Connecticut. Because that's, I haven't really gone very far. But I did go to the mall to pick up a gift for one of my family members. And I normally wouldn't do that, but it was either like pay, the shipping, and I'm cheap. So I said, well, I might as well just go. It's 5 minutes down the road. I'll just pick up the gift and get out. But the nostalgic part of me, the sentimental part of me is like, oh, I remember when, Santa used to be there, and there's no Santa now. There's like these like big trampoline things with like, like straps that you can, jump in that's where the Santa used to be. And I don't know, maybe he moved down. I didn't go through the whole mall. Then there's no play center, and there's no like friendlies anymore. They left. And it's just like scary looking t-shirts and, scary. Obviously, I stuck out like a sore thumb. I mean, my type. So I did cruise through the Barnes and Noble to see where my book was. And a little chat. It's right there next to Amy Poehler's book. That's where I go. That's what Plazz goes, right next to Poehler, underneath it, right in there. It's on my shelf. Anyway, but you can order it online. Great Christmas gift, The Audacious Adventures of Zazoo Plazz. Part-time superhero, full-time mom. Makes a wonderful gift for anybody on your list who likes to laugh, needs a good laugh, is a mom, isn't a mom. That narrows it down. Has kids, was a kid, wants to be a kid. All of it. Likes comedy, needs comedy. Their life is a comedy. Any of those people will appreciate Zazoo. Gimme. Okay. Oh, yes. So, anyway, I was at the mall, and I'm like, I want to escape from the mall. There's this, of course, Sears is closed. All the stores that, I remotely used to shop in. Some of the, couple of the, big ones are there, but there's that general mood of, oh, there's the plane. It's just meh, you know? I mean, it's just sad. So I wanted to escape from the mall, but they have this escape room in the mall. why? Why would you? Why would you want to go in the mall, in a room in the mall, and try to get out? I mean, just trying to get out of the mall itself is enough. That's enough of a. Just trying to get through, escape from December. 2022 is enough of a challenge for me. I don't need an extra escape room. Anyway, I just wanted to say that. But you know, obviously, I'm not the demographic that they're catering to. But okay, I talked about the arms with the tambourines and the high heels, and okay. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the Zazoo report. Huge carrots that I could. Oh, yeah. So the idea of the escape room, and I'm thinking, yeah, where are we? Okay, so John the Baptist was put in prison for speaking his mind, right? But if you think about it, aren't we all in prison to some extent? I mean, first of all, we're spirits in the material world. Oh, that's a police song, isn't it? I'll look that up. I think that's the police. In the material world of spirit. Oh, I'll figure that one. Yeah. So where are we holding ourselves captive? I mean, it's God's not doing it. We are in our own personal little escape rooms, and we have to figure out how to let our real ourselves shine, let ourselves free, right? It's like that Eagles song, "Already Gone," where they say, only we hold the key, or something like that. That was the Eagles. But yeah, I mean, if life is a puzzle, it's if life is a play, right? We're acting something. What role are we playing? And when you start doing research, and you start looking into mythology and astrology and this and that, it becomes quite clear what role we're playing. Is it a role someone has given you? Wife, mother, daughter, you're this. Maybe not. Well, that's what you see me as, but I'm a whole lot more than that. So that's the gift, right? That's who wins. Figure out how to escape from that little box that somebody's put you in, But it's escaping from that world of ancient civilization, not ancient, of the civilized Western world where everything is known and everything's been done, and going out into that, that wasteland, that desert, and where nothing's grown yet. It's all potential, right? It's Wild West. And figuring out how to make stuff grow there. It's all where you focus. Don't. What role calls to you, right? That's how do you find out what role you're meant to play. What calls to you, Chances are there's there's a part just made for you, waiting for you to put on your cowboy hat and your or like the mean girl with the tattoos and the wild eyes, or I don't know. Anyway, is that you? we probably have many roles that we're meant to play, not just one. So that's the real, that's, and in so doing, right, that's, that makes God happy, I think. Because God wants to watch a play of many characters, many cultures, many identities. And he wants to see if you can break out of your escape room. So now that I'm thoroughly covered in snow, and this is real snow, by the way, and it's getting pretty deep. I'm going to go home and make some chicken fajitas tonight. Not with carrot, though. So until next week, yes, enjoy the season. And stay warm wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Zazoo Plazz. See you later.